All right, here we are in custom packs, and I haven't actually been playing the game at all recently. This run is from last week, I think. I kind of wanted to take a break, especially from custom packs, because the game is really in desperate need of a balance patch. It has been for weeks and weeks, and I'm slightly concerned that nothing has been announced. We know we're getting the test server went offline just the other day. But that update contains hard mode plus the new pet graphics for pack 1 and 2. And I guess actually there are some pets changing in Star Pack as well. But there were no balance changes as far as I can remember. And so that makes me kind of concerned that there's not going to be any. And we might have a bit of a wait for that to actually happen, which is really frustrating, but what can you do? So in the meantime, I'm going to show this footage because it kind of relates to the balance. Here we actually get sheep out of the spider, which is very nice. Of course, it's a custom pack, so it's set up so that all the spider spawns are incredibly beneficial. I don't know if I already mentioned it, but the point of this pack was trying to get the earliest level 3 tier 6 again. Like, I keep trying it, and I can't get it any faster than turn 9, but I'm determined to get it sooner or later. But anyway, part of the reason I wanted to talk about this is because that as a result of not getting what I want when I get to turn 7, I decided to go with a summon build instead. And it kind of, it makes you think, like, what is the design logic behind German Shepherd? So German Shepherd, like, you see it and you're like, okay, that's like, it's a super turkey. It's going to, it only gives attack, but you don't really care about health for summons a lot of the time. It's going to, make each summon extremely powerful. So, it's a logical progression from turkey, I guess you would say. But for anyone who's played the game, a long time, I think you can probably agree that there doesn't need to be a better version of turkey, because turkey is already absolutely incredible. And you can see here, with one anteater, we easily beat this team. Even they summoned a lizard tail in there at some point as well. Their stats were way better. Our highest stat is an 8-9. And here we pill the blobfish onto the turkey to get level 2. We're obviously, one of the things turkey has over German Shepherd to begin with is that you're getting, meaningful stats in the shop when you're buying your summon unit. Although, of course, in custom packs, you can achieve that already by using Tamarin and so on. But here, another team where their stats are significantly better than ours, they snipe the best thing they could have sniped, and yet the single anteater with a level 2 turkey is enough to comfortably win. I'm just going to keep stacking the turkeys here. It's just so good. And I think even if it was nerfed back to 2-3, it would still be very good. Whether or not that will ever happen again, I don't know. Apparently, so at least based on some of the stuff I read in the official Discord, it seems like the reason turkey was reverted or given back the 3-3 was that summon teams were underperforming. But it's kind of hard to believe that that's true, especially if you're talking about people who are experienced players, maybe at the lower end of the spectrum where people are new players and they don't like summon builds, or they find them much more difficult to grasp compared to scaling teams. Certainly, I mean, you can see, generally in custom packs, you're very rarely going against a summon team compared to a scaling team. And if you just think about the ones that we've faced so far, I mean, I guess the lizard team had some kind of summon element, but almost all of them have been like just scaling. In fact, you'd probably say scaling is like 90% of the teams you face, and just as a ballpark, and the other 10% is summon and sniping, and maybe a little bit of of whatever's left. So he'd actually find another turkey, and I was like, well, we got a 1-up. Let's just throw the turkey at the back and put 1-up on it. I mean, now you've got 1-up, you've got potato. There's so many things you can use to protect your important units like the turkey. And here, actually, where I didn't mention it already, but flea is one of those units I just never use. I've barely used it at all. Here, their lineup completely counters the flea because they have level 2 turtle, and yet it doesn't make any difference. We only have 2 summon pets. We have the anteater and the eagle, and we're basically wasting a slot with flea, and we were wasting a slot with clownfish. And now we've got another turkey, another eagle. We can just leave the flea in there, even though I'm not really sure it's all that great. And I think we'll see what happens here, but I think we would have beaten this team regardless of whether or not they had... yeah, we would have easily won that, regardless of whether or not we had the flea. The turkey is just carrying that hard, and here I'm just rolling for... I'm not sure what I was rolling. I think I maybe was rolling for another 1-up, so I could have had double 1-up turkey at the back, but we get melon instead. Another team with level 2 turtle. In fact, they have level 3 hippo, which I guess is supposed to be a summon counter, but their stats just on turn 13, they're never going to be able to cope with the sheer amount of buffs that the turkeys are passing out. So I can't really believe I'm saying it, but I think we should go back to a world where turkey was top of the summon food chain.